The judicial system in our country has been weaponized against President Trump. The system is using all the tools at its disposal right now to punish one president and provide cover for another.
That, of course, is the House Speaker Mike Johnson in New York City earlier today. He is the latest high-profile Republican, the highest-profile Republican at this point, to join former President Trump at his criminal trial. Among other allies accompanying the former president and Speaker Johnson, North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum, former Republican presidential candidate Vivek Ramaswamy, and the Florida Congressman Byron Donalds and Corey Mills. Joining us now is the Republican senator from the state of Wisconsin, Senator Ron Johnson. Senator, thanks so much for being with us once again here on the Hill. I wonder what you made of the House Speaker, the top Republican here in Washington, Mike Johnson, going.
Well, first of all, I appreciate that he did. As members of Congress, we take an oath to uphold and defend the Constitution. And that's one of the ways we do it, by using the bully pulpit that we have, our platform, to call out when we see abuses of the Constitution. That's what's going on right now. I don't think anybody, any fair observer, would take a look at this trial and call it anything but a travesty, a partisan witch hunt, election interference. That's what's happening. And so the Speaker and other members of Congress and other elected officials, politicians, are going up to New York because President Trump can't defend himself. He's under a gag order. So other people are going there and pointing out what a travesty this is to our rule of law, to our system of justice. That's what it is.
Senator, do you feel the need to go? Do you have any plans to go?
Well, I think other people are making the point. So I'll let them do it. I've got, right now I'm here in Washington, D.C. We have other things to do, but I'm here on your show making those exact same points. The American people need to understand what's happening here. I think more and more of them are waking up to the way that President Biden has weaponized the entire federal government. One thing we don't talk about is how he's tasked his agencies to register voters. Now, do you think they're going to go into Republican strongholds? No, they're going to register voters in a highly partisan fashion. His open borders are changing the electorate of this country and causing a clear and present danger to America. So, again, what we do is we have to call out these outrages so more of the public is awakened to the destruction of Democrat governance and how President Biden has put this country on a very dangerous path. It is President Biden that's a danger to democracy by weaponizing these federal agencies, including his Justice Department.
Congressman, or Senator, I know you got to run here, but I want to ask you, do you think what you're seeing at the courthouse right now with these members of the Republican Party, Congress, former presidential candidates showing up, also doubles as a way for them to try to get their way into a potential Trump administration?
Again, I'm not going to, try and second guess what their motivation for being in New York. But again, I appreciate that they're doing that. Somebody has to point out what is happening to our government, and I'm glad that they're doing so. I'm trying to do the same thing.
Thank you for watching, and make sure you go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.